Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today's video I am doing some red bottom pink croc French nails. It's pretty long, but that is exactly what I'm going to be doing in today's set, so keep on watching. The first thing I'm doing is I'm grabbing my pink sanding band, and they are fine. I'm going to go over the entire natural nail with my 𝘊𝘃𝘠𝘗 nail drill, and you want to do this to take off any oils that your nails naturally produce. And then I'm going to go in with the dust brush and dust that off. And I'm grabbing my not polished nail forms because we are going to be sculpting today's set. And with the Crafts by 9 nail dehydrator and the not polished XXX bond as a primer, I apply 1 coat of the dehydrator and 2 of the primer. And now we are going to go in with the acrylics. So now that the form is in place and we're all ready to go, I'm going to be starting off with the red bottom part. So obviously you want your nails to be see-through, and you want them to be noticeable, and you want the red bottom to be noticeably there. So you, like, the first thing that you do right off the bat is one of 2 things. One, which I'm not going to be doing in today's video, but you can apply a layer of clear acrylic over the entire nail, because if you know that your client is going to do a fill within a few weeks, or you offer fills, then I would suggest you do that, because red is super pigmented, and you would probably have to take off the entire nail the next time your client comes in, unless you're going to take off the nails completely and start over. So that's completely up to you. Or 2, which is what I'm doing here, is I'm just going right in with the red acrylic. I don't want anything else underneath, no color, no nude, no nothing, because I want the red to be shown 100% at the bottom. That is the point of a red bottom nail. It's like, you know, red bottoms like Christian Louboutin, and you want them to be seen bright red at the bottom. And I'm just doing it from where the natural nail meets the nail form, because if you do the entire nail, yeah, you can do that, but you're going to use more product. And not only that, you're not going to see that part from underneath, because that's where your nail, like your fingers are. So you only have to do it from where you know that you're going to be able to see it once you flip your hand over. And so that is exactly where I am doing it. Now, I kept this part in real time because acrylic application is my favorite part of the entire process of doing nails. But not only that, for you to see how I'm working with the bead. Not polished acrylics are some of my favorites. They're amazing, so pigmented, no marbling, the best. And so I wanted you to just see how well the bead works with my not only acrylic brush, but with the monomer as well. Having a good monomer is also something super important, because you obviously don't want to have a good acrylic and then some bad monomer. That is why I always recommend the 𝘊𝘃𝘠𝘗 monomer. It is universal, which means you can use it with pretty much any acrylic, like I do. With any acrylic powder is what I use, and it pairs amazingly with the not polished one. The acrylic brush is a potential Crafts by 9 one, which will be available on my website pretty soon, because we already placed the order. So you guys will see what it looks like in a bit. I'm not sure. I don't have like an ETA yet, but hopefully I'm crossing my fingers very soon. Now, don't make the same mistake that I made. As you can see right here, I went from the red acrylic right into the nude. And the nude acrylic being so much lighter, you can see the red because it's either stuck a little bit in my brush, the pigment, because of how pigmented it is, or there is some in my monomer. And so I would say have 2 monomers in a dappen dish, one for the red and then one for the nude, or a separate brush, so one for the red and one for the nude, or both, you know, have a different brush and a different monomer. Just to avoid any like pigment on it. But it disappeared after I dragged it down and I worked with it, so all is good. But And I also made sure that while I was applying the red, I constantly was cleaning my acrylic brush on the side, making sure that it was coming off. But of course, it can still stay there because it's so pigmented. So just be very careful of that and be aware that that can happen. And when you're with the client, they're probably gonna like freak out because it's there, and you probably are too while you're in the moment. So just be very careful when it comes to super pigmented colors. And now I'm going to go in with the nude, which is one of Not Polish's newest nude colors. And it's called Santa's Lap. And this is like became one of my favorite acrylics from Not Polish as soon as I used it. Like, it's so buttery. The color is just amazing. It's really that perfect nude color. So it's definitely one of my top 3 favorite nudes. You guys know I absolutely love and adore Nude Panther and First Nude, but Santa's Lap is on another level. Like, this one shocked me because it was so beautiful. So I am now building the actual nail. Of course, I was doing that with the red as well, but now we're applying it all the way from the cuticle area because this is what it's gonna look like on top. And you obviously want to cover the entire red. I do know that when I'm doing these nail form nails, like, there is going to be some red on the side that I'm going to be filing later on, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do try to cover the red as much as I can before I even go into the nail filing process, because I really don't want to have any red coming out of the sides, of course. You only want to see it at the bottom. You want it to be like that peekaboo nail. And so you have to be very careful and make sure that the entire red is covered up with whatever color you're applying to the top. Please excuse Zero. He is snoring in the background at the moment. He fell asleep right here next to me, and his snoring is pretty loud. So now I'm like not worrying about the amount of beads that I'm doing on this nail. I really just wanted to have a nice apex, a nice thickness, and of course covering the red acrylic all at the same time. This nail came out so beautiful, and I would love to do an entire set with it, but it took me a while because not only did it have the red bottom and then, you know, the nude on top, but I also did the Croc nails, and it was French tip, so it was like 4 things in one. So it did take quite some time, and I definitely wanted to make this a how-to video to show you guys how I do it and really explain to you how I do it. So that's why I more so focus on doing it on one nail, so it wasn't like an hour-long video for you guys. And I am going to be showing you like from start to finish. Like, my how-to videos, I'm making them as if, you know, I had a client sitting right in front of me and I'm working on a nail. And then from start to finish, I am explaining what I'm doing from like the very start, like literally pushing cuticles all the way to the top coat. And of course, I have the filing process and everything in between. So I hope you guys like my how-to videos. I told you guys that I was going to have a lot of Valentine's Day nails, and I've already started recording a lot of them. I have an entire list, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through all of it because there are a lot of like nail sets that I have on here, but I have an entire list on my phone, and I'm like check marking them as I'm recording them. So I really hope that I can get through all of them because I know that they're gonna look so pretty. All the nails, all the tutorials, and everything else. So anyways, I am completely done with the acrylic application, and it came out so beautiful. And now we're gonna go, well, first I'm gonna remove the nail forms, of course, once the nail is dry. I tap on it with the end of my acrylic brush to make sure that it is dry. And then I'm going in with my hand file, which I'm using an 80/80 hand file. And this one in particular, I just grabbed it from the side of my nail desk, but you can get it on my Amazon storefront. And I'm making sure that it's as sharp as I want it and the shape that I want it, because of course nail forms, sometimes you tend to like maybe go off too much to the side or something. And so it kind of changes the shape of your nail, but not to worry because that's why hand filing and the e-file is so amazing. And then after the hand filing part, I go in with that same fine pink sanding band. and I'm using the 𝘊𝘪𝘆𝘬𝘪𝘢 nail drill, and then my Crafts by 9 drill guard, and I'm putting it at a faster speed. So when you first work on the natural nail, I always keep it at 3,000 RPMs, no more. But now since I'm working on the acrylic, I keep it at around 6,000 to 7,000 RPMs or something. And I make sure to seal the cuticle area and all of that. Then I dust off the dust, and now we're going in with Bottoms Up, which is a beautiful pink gel polish from Not Polish, and the clear acrylic from Not Polish as well, because we're going to be doing the Croc. And I'm using my nail art brush from my website, Crafts by 9, and I'm using the liner brush number 3. I also forgot to mention that I did go in with my Crafts by 9 pink lint-free wipes and Young Nail Swipe. Before I do any gel application, I always make sure of this, because even though I do use the dust brush, there still can be some, especially on a silicone practice hand, left behind. So I make sure to go in with the Young Nail Swipe and the lint-free wipes to not leave anything on the nail, and it will have that perfect gel application. This color is so beautiful. I applied some to the Heart nail art palette from my website, Crafts by 9, and I outlined the French, and then going in with the applicator that comes with the gel polish, I filled in the French because it was a deeper one, and so I didn't want any streaks or anything like that. I'm only needing 1 coat of this gel. So it is so beautiful, so pigmented, and I just love the color of it. It was really random. I did want a pink French tip, but it was really random what pink I chose. I did get this in one of the mystery boxes from, what was it, last month, I believe, from Not Polish. So then I cured it in the lamp for 60 seconds, and with my same liner brush number 3, I'm grabbing some gel and drawing like the Croc print. I like to do them first down the middle, and you can do as many as you like. And I do like to constantly pick up gel polish because I like it to be thick. I want that 3D effect to come out at the end of the video. And this color was like so bright that it wasn't really catching on to my phone, so I had to kind of like dim it down, my camera settings. So then I'm doing it on the sides, and before I cure it, before I cure it, I grab my spoon and I place it with some clear acrylic, and I literally just pour it all over the nail. And don't worry about like how messy it looks or anything, just put it under the lamp for 60 seconds and then dust it off with a dust brush and clean it up with the swipe or whatever it is. And that is the 3D effect that it gives. And then I'm going in with my Crafts by 9 No Wipe Gel Glossy Top Coat, and to finish it off, like it was so beautiful, like red bottom, Croc, like all of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and being here. If you have any suggestions as to what kind of video you would like to see, feel free to comment down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.